Hello everyone, at the beginning of this drama, a party scene is shown, in which the entry of our drama's main lead Lee-han happens. As soon as the girls present at the party see him, all the girls start gossiping. And at that moment, we get to know that he works as an assistant for Miss Minji. He had received offers from many other companies as well, but he had rejected all those offers. In the next scene, we see that as soon as Miss Minji goes to her office, Lee-han is standing there to receive her. She asks him, "How am I looking today?" And he replies that just like always, you are looking very pretty. After that, both of them use the lift to go to the office. Other office people are also present in the lift. Among them, Manager Zhang is also there. Manager Zhang takes out his phone and clicks a photo of a colleague's skirt because he cannot control his dirty habit. Miss Minji sees this. As they start getting out of the lift, she kicks him down and breaks his phone with her heel. Then she tells Manager Zhang that she is getting late for a meeting. After that, Assistant Lee-han tells Manager Zhang not to worry and says that your phone data will be recovered. After Manager Zhang Lee-han calls someone and says that he needs the lift CCTV footage. Meanwhile, he gets busy with office work and does every task on time, exactly like a robot. In between, he receives a message from his girlfriend saying that tonight is my flight. Lee-han replies that I will reach on time to pick you up. Then Lee-han takes Miss Minji's coffee and reaches the meeting room. The briefing on today's topic starts. Miss Minji asks Lee-han to give the presentation. Meanwhile, she remembers the day when Lee-han had come to her for a job. But before joining the job, Lee-han had one condition, that he wanted 1 year's salary in advance. Miss Minji accepts his condition. In between, Lee-han praises her beauty, and Miss Minji becomes very happy inside her heart. In the present scene, as soon as he completes his presentation, everyone likes it. After the meeting, both of them go to a party and dance. Then Lee-han says that maybe soon I will leave this job. Hearing this, Miss Minji becomes shocked. While going home, Miss Minji asks, "Why are you leaving the job?" Lee-han tells her that my girlfriend is coming and we are planning to get married. In the next scene, Lee-han reaches the airport to receive his girlfriend. Miss Minji wants to know about Lee-han's girlfriend, so she also reaches the airport. Meanwhile, a car comes near Lee-han. A girl comes out of the car and goes to Lee-han and says that we should break up. She gives the reason and says that you are just an assistant. You cannot provide me all the things that I need. Hearing this, Lee-han becomes sad. Miss Minji feels happy inside because now Lee-han will not resign from the job. After going home, Lee-han is sad about what happened today. Then a past scene is shown where he talks to his dad about marrying his girlfriend. His dad says that I have checked that girl's background. She is not good, and I will not bring her into this house as my daughter-in-law. Lee-han leaves from there in anger. Dad tells Lee-han's mom that when he will not have money, then see how that girl marries him. Lee-han thought that she would fully support him, but later his dad's words come true. Then he calls his friend and says, "Come and pick me up." His friend wants to take him home, but Lee-han says that I will not go home until Miss Minji gets a new assistant. The next day, in the office, Miss Minji is very happy. She feels that Lee-han will not resign. But as soon as Lee-han comes, he gives her the resignation letter. Miss Minji gets worried and thinks inside that his breakup already happened. Then why is he leaving the job? She makes him sit aside and explains that you have done very good work and the company has decided to double your pay. She offers him full support so that he does not leave the company. But Lee-han had already decided to leave the job. Once he decides something, he sticks to it. Miss Minji takes Lee-han along to interview some people, but she does not want to hire anyone, so she rejects everyone. While returning, because her heel slipped, she is about to fall. Meanwhile, Lee-han holds her. Her foot gets injured. Lee-han says that you should go to the hospital for a checkup and maybe you're sad because I am leaving the job. Miss Minji says nothing and starts walking. Her foot is hurting, so Lee-han holds her and helps her walk. He understands that Miss Minji is angry and says that whether you like it or not, I will leave the job in 1 month. Near the lift, a girl is standing with delivery items. Her name is Yuna. Miss Minji sees her and says that she will be my new assistant and you will train her for 1 month. The girl gets shocked because she did not want to become an assistant. While dropping her till the car, Miss Minji says that we have a family dinner. You should also come. In the next scene, we see that Lee-han reaches Miss Minji's family house and has dinner with them. After dinner, Miss Minji's dad talks about his daughter and says that I raised her with a lot of love. Now her age is increasing, but she does not want to marry. Then he asks Lee-han if you know any boy who would be perfect for our daughter Minji. On the other hand, Miss Minji is sitting on the balcony when her mom comes and starts talking about marriage. She indirectly praises Lee-han Leehan and says, why don't you make him your boyfriend? Miss Minji jokes about the boyfriend topic and tries to ignore it. After meeting the parents, while leaving, Miss Minji asks Leehan, when are you going to get married? Leehan says that for now, I have no intention of marriage. Miss Minji feels happy inside because she already knew that his breakup had happened. She asks that if you are not getting married, then why are you leaving the job? Leehan says that he wants to start a new chapter of his life. Miss Minji says, what kind of talk is this? And then she asks, will you marry me? In the next scene, Minji goes to her friend's house and tells her that when Leehan was dropping me at your house, I asked him for marriage. Leehan said that I don't think I am perfect for you. You are a perfect lady, and you deserve a perfect man. Hearing this, her friend immediately says that means he rejected you. She says, you're also very strange. Instead of making him a lifetime assistant, you directly asked him for marriage. That poor guy. Minji tells her friend that Leehan is an all-rounder assistant. He does so much work for me. That's why I asked him for marriage. But the perfection thing he said, I still don't understand Leehan because of that. Her friend says, yes, I also feel that he rejected you. After getting drunk, Minji calls Leehan. It was 2:30 at night. She tells him to come and pick her up. Leehan refuses to pick her up. After the call gets disconnected, he thinks for some time. Then he decides that he will go to pick Minji and tells his friend to come along, who was unfortunately going to the washroom. On the way, both of them start bad-mouthing about Miss Minji, saying who makes someone work at this time of night. Meanwhile, they reach Miss Minji's friend's house. She is fully drunk, and surprisingly, she is Leehan's friend's ex-wife. Seeing each other, both of them start fighting. Meanwhile, Leehan takes Miss Minji away from there. Because she was drunk, Miss Minji was not in her senses and says that Leehan, let's get married. After marriage, you will stay my assistant for my whole life. Don't go away from me. Leehan takes her home and makes her lie down on the bed because Miss Minji was drunk. She holds him and tells him to stay. Now here, she starts talking continuously. The next morning, we see that Leehan's friend is sleeping with his ex-wife. He quietly picks up his clothes and shoes. Along with that, he picks up a turtle and goes to the kitchen, where he sees that Leehan is already present. His friend asks in surprise, hey, you woke up so early? Leehan says, to wake up, one has to sleep. I was awake the whole night. Then the previous night scene is shown. Leehan was about to leave after making Miss Minji lie on the bed, when suddenly she fell down from the bed. Seeing her condition, Leehan makes a hangover remedy for her. One of Leehan's things gets lost. After searching a lot, his eyes fall on an album kept on the table, which has Miss Minji's childhood photo. In the next scene, Leehan goes to the office and tells Yuna how and what all tasks he has to do as an assistant. Meanwhile, other office people tell him that you stay very busy with your work. At least give us some time too. Tonight, our team has a dinner party. You should come. Just then, Miss Minji comes there and hears this. At night, everyone goes for the team dinner. Because Miss Minji is there, everyone's mood is spoiled, and they are also messaging each other in the group chat. Meanwhile, Miss Minji says that you people keep partying often. Why don't you invite me? Then they all start making different excuses. Minji does not listen to any excuse and says this is bullying. You are bullying your boss. The office people say no, we cannot bully you, and they cheer with drink. Because of drinking, everyone gets drunk, and then they plan to play a game. In this game, compliments have to be given. Then boss Minji says no, I don't want to play this game because all of you will praise only me. Instead of the compliment game, we should play a criticism game. After boss Minji says this, everyone starts criticizing each other. At the end, Minji says that I also want to criticize someone. She tells all her employees that this assistant Leehan has sexually harassed me. Hearing this, all the employees get shocked. After everyone goes home, Assistant Leehan tells Miss Minji that you have some misunderstanding. There is CCTV footage at your house, right? You can check that footage. I didn't even touch you. Minji says, then why didn't you tell me earlier when I was accusing you? Leehan says that if I had replied at that time, the misunderstanding would have increased more. That's why I thought it was better to stay quiet. Boss Minji asks him to go on a date, and Leehan says that I don't like you. She asks the reason, so he says, look, there is no flaw in you at all. And anyway, when you asked about dating, you asked casually, you don't like me. I stayed with you for 3 years. You never thought about me even once, and now suddenly you are saying that you like me. So how can I believe it? In the next scene, we see Leehan working out and his friend is also with him. His friend asks the reason for working out. Lehan says that now I can see hope. Now finally, I will be able to get rid of my job. I am tired of being a corporate slave. His friend cries inside and says, yes, who knows this better than me? Lehan feels happy about this. Lehan is happy about the fact that Miss Minji has feelings for him in her heart. Meanwhile, Lehan's friend receives a message from Lehan's family saying that bring Lehan to the family dinner. Hearing this, Lehan gets worried. On the other hand, we see Minji and her friend. Both of them secretly reach Lehan's house because Minji's friend wants her turtle back, which her ex-husband had stolen, and she feels that it must be in Lehan's house. Both of them are searching for it when suddenly Lehan and his friend arrive from upstairs. As soon as they enter the house, Lehan's friend starts doubting that someone has come into the house. When Lehan's friend goes towards his room, he sees his ex-wife coming out with the turtle. Lehan's friend says to her, weren't you a doctor? Since when did you become a thief? His ex-wife says that I came to take my turtle back, so how am I a thief? Meanwhile, Minji hides and reaches Lehan's room. When she finds out that Lehan is coming into the same room, she hides inside his bed. Lehan does not check the side of the bed and goes to take a shower. After taking a bath, when he comes out, he sees someone lying on his bed. He kicks that person and throws her down from the bed, and then realizes that it is Miss Minji. Lehan had come into the room without clothes. As soon as Miss Minji sees him in that condition, she starts screaming loudly. Lehan also feels extremely embarrassed about this. Miss Minji quickly runs out of the room. In the next scene, we see both of them sitting on the same sofa. Now both of them don't understand which topic they should talk about. Then Lehan says that Miss Minji, we should talk about what happened today. But inside, both of them knew that whatever happened, they would never be able to forget it. On the other hand, we see Lehan's elder brother, who has come to meet his parents after a long time. Both his mom and dad are very happy. Then he starts talking to his mom about Lehan. Lehan's mom tells her elder son that tonight we have invited Lehan for dinner, and we found out that his girlfriend dumped him. Then Lehan's mom calls him and says that your elder brother has come, so you must come tonight. Lehan tells his mom that I understand. I will come. Now Lehan and Miss Minji are going down in the lift, when suddenly the lift stops in between. Lehan starts getting scared, and seeing his condition, Miss Minji gets worried and asks him, are you okay? Lehan sticks to her and says, don't go away. Miss Minji tells him, don't worry, I am not going anywhere. After that, while going home, Minji wants to ask Lehan about his condition, but then she becomes silent. Lehan drops Miss Minji at her house. After that, he reaches his own house for the family dinner. Now as soon as he sits at the dining table with his family, his mom says that if your work is finished, then come home. Lehan tells his mom that I have no plan to come home right now. Then Lehan is sitting alone and drinking tea. His elder brother comes and sits near him, and both of them start talking. Then his elder brother says, don't you want to know who introduced your girlfriend to a fake rich boy? And at that moment, we come to know that his brother was behind separating his girlfriend from him. But because of this, Lehan understands his girlfriend's nature. For this, he thanks his brother. And before leaving, he tells his brother that you should use your time on the right things, not on useless stuff like this. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Minji calling her new assistant. She is playing a game, and because of the call, she gets killed in the game. In that anger, she does not attend the call. This thing makes Minji worry. Then she calls Lehan and says that I feel my assistant is in some danger. I sent her messages and calls, but she is not replying at all. Lehan tells Miss Minji not to worry and says nothing like that must have happened. After office time ends, employees usually do this. Then Minji tells him that whatever I asked you about marriage and dating, you should understand that I never talked to you about this. In the next scene, we see that both of them have gone to an art gallery. Minji looks at a painting and tells Lehan that this is made by Muff. Hearing the name Muff, Lehan gets shocked because he is none other than his own brother. Just then, his elder brother arrives. He knows Minji, and this thing becomes very shocking for Minji. After that, they start talking about collaboration. How could Lehan's brother refuse a collaboration? Seeing both of them talking like this, Lehan does not feel good and leaves from there. Minji does not understand what suddenly happened to Lehan. Then Muffy says maybe he was feeling jealous. That's why he left. Minji says in surprise, was he feeling jealous? Just then, Lehan comes back and takes Minji outside with him. Minji asks him, why are you taking me away? Are you feeling jealous? Lehan says, no, I am not feeling jealous. Minji says, then why are you stopping me? I was going to talk to him. Then Lehan says, see, this is your problem. You asked me about marriage, you asked me about dating, and then you yourself said that I should forget about it. That's why I don't like you. Hearing this, Minji becomes emotional and says, "You were the one who said that you don't like me. Then why are you caring about me now?" The next day, we see that as soon as she comes to the office, she starts ignoring him, and even when she talks, she behaves rudely. Seeing all this, Leehan says that you are very unpredictable. Minji rudely replies that you should have known this already. You have been with me for 3 years. Leehan then goes back to doing his work. Meanwhile, Mafi comes there and wants to talk to Miss Minji about collaboration. Minji closes the door. Because of this, Leehan gets very angry. Minji and Mafi go and sit on the sofa. Then Mafi tells her that I want to finish an unfinished story. Minji asks, what unfinished story? Then Mafi takes something out of his pocket and keeps it on the table and says I was talking about this only. After that, we see Leehan and Minji taking interviews for the new assistant role. Minji rejects people by looking at their faces and also says that you chose such people on purpose, right? Leehan says no, you should look at their ability, not their faces. Then another man comes to give the interview. The photo he submitted for the interview does not match his face. When asked, he tells that he got surgery done. Minji likes his face, so she tells Leehan to ask him questions. Then Leehan starts asking the same questions that Minji had asked other people earlier. But this new guy knows all the answer. Leehan feels very bad and tells the man, okay, we will think about you. You can go now. As soon as he leaves, Miss Minji says, why are you behaving so strangely? You wanted to leave this job, right? Then why are you not helping me find a new assistant? Hearing this, Leehan holds her by the waist. Both of them are about to kiss when suddenly the female assistant comes in. In panic, Minji pushes Leehan to the side and goes to the female assistant and says, you go. I am busy right now. After she leaves, Minji looks at Leehan, who has fallen to the side. Seeing this, she gets worried. In the next scene, we see that Minji is sitting in her office. Then Leehan calls her and says that because of the push you gave me that day, my condition is a little serious. The doctor has said to take rest at home, so for 7 days I will stay at home. Then Minji's eyes fall on that thing which Mafi had given her. Because of this, Minji remembers the past. Minji had come outside with her mom. Minji's mom leaves her alone at one place. Her mom gets late, because of which Minji becomes very worried. At that moment, a boy comes near her and gives her a candy, and both of them start playing together. Minji becomes happy because of this. In the office, Assistant Yuna is sitting and playing a game. Meanwhile, her colleague says that you know about Leehan. He never takes leave, so why has he taken leave now? Yuna tells them that I know the reason for this, and to tell them the reason, she makes them order snacks for her. Just when she is about to tell the reason, Minji's call comes. Boss Minji asks her that if someone secretly goes into someone's house, does that violate any law? Yuna says that for this, one should talk to a lawyer, right? Then she researches herself and tells her that yes, this is unlawful. Minji asked this because she wanted to secretly go to Leehan's house. When Minji goes into Leehan's room, she sees that he is resting. Then she sits near him, and while looking at his face, she says that he looks so handsome. Then she remembers that whenever I used to get sick, he used to make remedies for me. She goes to the kitchen and starts making a remedy for Leehan. She is not able to work properly in the kitchen because of the noise. Leehan wakes up, and when he goes to the kitchen, he sees that Miss Minji is trying to make a remedy for him. After that, Leehan tries the remedy made by Miss Minji and also thanks her for doing all that. Meanwhile, Minji asks him what is the story behind what happened in the lift. Leehan lies and says nothing special, just assume that my sleep was not complete. That's why my condition became bad. After that, we see that Leehan is lying on his bed, and Minji is sitting near him. Leehan thanks Miss Minji for coming to his house to check on him. Minji says it's okay, and anyway I had to go meet someone, so I thought I would come and see you. Leehan gets the idea that she must be going to meet Moff, so he asks her to stop. In the next scene, we see that both brothers have again gone home for dinner. Seeing this, Dad becomes very happy. Mom then asks her elder son that these days you seem very happy. What is the reason? Have you started liking some girl? Leehan's elder brother shyly says yes, it is just the dating phase right now. One day, I will bring her home and introduce her to you all. Leehan is also sitting nearby and listening to all that. Then he remembers that incident from that day when he stopped Minji from going. But Minji did not listen to him and went to meet Mafi. Leehan's elder brother is telling Mom and Dad that that girl is very strong. Her background is also good, and my brother also knows that girl. Hearing this, Leehan gets angry and jealous and leaves from them. On the other hand, Minji is sitting in her office and remembers that day when she went to meet Mafi. Mafi tells her that I had already told you that we have met before. Then he tells about his childhood, that one day he got separated from his brother. My brother was on the Ferris wheel when it got stuck, and he was very scared. Little Minji was also there with him. Then Mafi tells her that your assistant Lihan is my younger brother. All these things are very shocking for Minji. Sitting in the office, she thinks that the boy I met in childhood was also named Lihan, and my assistant's name is also Lihan. Is this just a coincidence? Just then, Assistant Yuna comes and asks that Lihan did not come today. Minji says that he is not well. The doctor told him to take rest, so he did not come to the office. Assistant Yuna says that I had found out that he was coming with us for hiking. Hearing this, Minji angrily says that this is bullying. You people don't tell me anything and go roaming alone. Assistant Yuna tells her that this is a company event. Hearing this, Minji gets shocked and says, how do I not know about a company event? In the next scene, we see that Minji has gone for hiking with her employee. Lihan is also there with them. Because of hiking, the other employees get tired, but Minji does not feel tired at all. She says that if anyone wants to come up with me, they can come. Except Lihan. No one is ready to go with her. Both of them go a little ahead and stop at one place so that they can take a little rest. Meanwhile, a snake comes and bites Mr. Lihan. Minji sucks out the snake poison so that it does not spread in Lihan's body. Just then Lihan tells Minji that Mafi is my elder brother. Minji says that I already know. After that, while talking about Ferris wheel, Minji says that I wanted to confirm whether the boy who was with me at that time was you or not. As soon as Lihan hears this much, he holds Minji and starts kissing her. Now it was night time. All the employees were waiting for boss and assistant Lihan, and at the same time they start gossiping that maybe these two are dating. Meanwhile, from upstairs, Miss Minji and Lihan both come down. Lihan tells Minji that you should drink a little less. After getting drunk, Miss Minji asks one employee, that do you like assistant Lihan? That girl says no. Then Miss Minji says, but Assistant Lihan likes me. All the employees start looking in shock. Then changing the topic, she says, all you employees also like me, right? Employees say yes, you are absolutely right. At that moment, the hotel owner comes from the side and tells Lihan that we do not have room space for one person, so you have to adjust a little. Miss Minji was drunk, so Lihan takes her to the room. Meanwhile, he receives a call. He comes outside and attends the call, and then he finds out that it was his ex-girlfriend's call. She wanted to talk to him, but Lihan cuts the call. Then when he looks to the side, his ex-girlfriend was standing there. Inside the room, Miss Minji was very happy remembering today's moment. Then she stands up and after seeing the outside scene, she gets shocked. Lihan was standing near his ex-girlfriend. She asks Lihan for one more chance. Lihan does not listen to any of her words. As it was very late night, he talks to the hotel owner and arranges night stay for his ex. Seeing this, Miss Minji feels bad and she decides to go home from there. When Lihan goes to Miss Minji's room, he finds out that she is not there. Lihan now calls her, but Minji does not attend his call. Then Lihan calls the driver, and through him he finds out that Miss Minji is going home. Lihan and Miss Minji then start talking on messages. Lihan tells her that I am also coming behind. Now Lihan was sitting in the car, and he starts thinking that maybe I have fallen in love with Miss Minji. On the other hand, Minji tells her driver to stop the car. After some time, Lihan also reaches the same place where Minji was waiting for him. Lihan goes to her and confesses his feelings. Minji becomes happy after hearing this and both start kissing each other. When Minji goes home and thinks about all this, she starts feeling shy. Then she picks up her phone and calls Lihan. Lihan asks her, what happened? Have you already started missing me? It has only been 5 hours since we got separated. If you are missing me so much, then look outside your house. When she looks outside, Lihan was standing outside her house. Minji comes outside and tells Lihan to come inside the house. Lihan says that right now I cannot come inside. I do not want to hurry. Then Minji tells the full story to her friend about what is going on between her and Lihan. Her friend says that a drama can be made on this. Next day, when Minji goes to office, she was very happy. Her employees also notice this, and they start gossiping about it. Minji was sitting in her office when Lihan comes to her regarding work. Minji signals him to come closer, but Lihan does not understand it. Because of this, Minji feels bad. Now she was walking around the office when she sees a girl fixing Assistant Lihan's suit. Lihan notices Minji and he wants to explain this to her, but Minji felt so bad that she does not listen to a single word of Lihan. Lihan explains that, right now we are in office, so we have to behave like employee and boss. Otherwise, both of us will not be able to focus on work. Miss Minji keeps a meeting with employees. In the meeting, employees were briefing Miss Minji, but Miss Minji Minji was busy messaging her friend. Her friend was not able to reply on time because of work, so Minji takes out her anger on her employee. Then she receives a call. She starts going outside. Then Lee-han asks, "Should I also come with you?" Minji was already angry with him, so she refuses taking him along her. Seeing her in so much anger, Lee-han calls Yuna and informs him that I have to go out for some work. You handle all the remaining office work. On the way, Minji remembers her friend's words that if a boy behaves strangely about a relationship, then it means he has some psychological problem. As soon as Minji thinks this, she explains to herself, no, this cannot be true. She calls her friend, but her friend does not pick up the call, so she directly reaches her friend's office to meet her. On the other hand, Lee-han goes to the hospital to meet his friend and asks him for advice regarding Minji's matter. His friend pretends to give advice, but secretly takes out his wallet. Then he takes out one card from it and shows it to the girl sitting at the counter. The card had Lee-han's photo on it, so Lee-han's friend lies and says that I have done plastic surgery. As soon as the counter girl hears plastic surgery, she gets completely shocked, thinking, how can someone look so handsome after plastic surgery? On the other side, both Minji and Lee-han start imagining romance with each other in their own minds. Minji was sitting in her friend's clinic room, and during this imagination, her hand touches a button that is used to call the patient. The next number was Lee-han. He enters the doctor's cabin and sees that instead of the doctor, Minji was sitting there. When both see each other, they get completely shocked. Lee-han's friend was also roaming in the same hospital, when suddenly, he comes face to face with his ex-wife. Then what happened? Both start fighting and taunting each other. While fighting, they enter the cabin and see that already Minji and Lee-han were present there. Now all four get surprised seeing each other. In the next scene, Minji and Lee-han are walking outside. Miss Minji asks, "What were you doing in the hospital?" Lee-han tells her, "I came to take advice from my friend. To take you on a date." Hearing this, Minji remembers her friend's words, where she told Minji that Lee-han's friend knows nothing about dating. She tells Lee-han, "Forget about your expert friend. I do not want any romantic date with you. When I am with you, every moment becomes special for me." Saying this, she keeps her head on his shoulder, and Lee-han starts kissing her. On the other hand, Mafi was waiting to meet Minji. When Minji does not come, he feels bad and calls Lee-han's ex-girlfriend and tells her that Lee-han is a billionaire. After this, we see an office scene. Employees were excited about something among themselves. Now assistant Yuna feels that maybe her colleague are talking about Lee-han and Minji. But when she finds out that they're talking about a new restaurant, she becomes sad. On the other side, we see Lee-han and Minji, who had gone to the same new restaurant. Minji got to know about this restaurant from one of her employees. When that employee brought her boyfriend to the same restaurant, she took a selfie and uploaded it, which Miss Minji saw. Now both of them were eating food, when suddenly, something sticks on Minji's mouth. Lee-han starts cleaning it. A girl standing on the side takes their photo. When that girl says that this photo will be put on the wall, Miss Minji becomes worried because she does not want her photo to be put on the wall. She feels that if I refuse, Lee-han might feel bad. While Lee-han was thinking that maybe Minji is testing me, I cannot fail in this. Then both say together that we do not want our photo on the wall. Then both turn back on their word and agree to put the photo on the wall. Minji was saying this only on the surface. When the girl starts taking the photo away, Minji stops her and says in her heart, "Think one last time, Lee-han. You refuse." Lee-han tells the girl, "You go and put the photo, and also put a heart on the photo." Their photo was put on the wall. Other office employees also come to the same restaurant, so they see that photo. After eating food, Lee-han and Minji were walking on the road, holding hands, when suddenly, Lee-han's ex-girlfriend comes and says, "Lee-han, I want to talk to you." Lee-han wants to ignore her, but because she keeps insisting again and again, he finally agrees to listen to her once more. Minji does not want to leave Lee-han alone, but she also has no other option, so leaving both of them alone, she goes home. After she leaves, Lee-han tells his ex, "Now let us both talk." Lee-han's ex takes him to her apartment and reminds him of the moments they spent together. Meanwhile, she also tells him, "You also lied. You are very rich. Then why did you pretend to be poor?" Lee-han says, "When I was with you, I never let you feel that you were lacking anything. Even after that, you left me. So now the question does not arise that I give you another chance. Lihan starts leaving from there. Then from behind she stops him and says, do you know, when Minji finds out that you are rich, what she will think about you? On this, Lihan gives no answer and comes out from there. As soon as he comes outside, this question keeps revolving in Lihan's mind. That if Minji finds out about this, how will she react? Then we see a past scene. Lihan was reading something on his phone when suddenly his friend comes upstairs and talks about his marriage, saying, if my married life was going to be like this, then it would have been better if I had never married. At the same time, Lihan was reading an article on his phone, which was about the bad condition of Minji's company. He tells his friend, as soon as there is any job opening in the Minji group, definitely tell me. Now I want to join this company and take the Minji group forward. In the present, thinking all this, Lihan starts running fast. On the other side, we see Minji thinking that Lihan has helped her so much in taking the company forward. If Lihan was not there, her company might have gone bankrupt. During this time, she finds out that Lihan has come outside her house. She immediately runs to him. Before Lihan can say anything, Minji starts kissing him. Seeing this, Lihan becomes happy and hugs her. After he leaves, Minji calls Ji and says, now we will have to talk about Lihan. When Minji goes to meet Mafi, Mafi lies and says, in childhood, I had balloons, which my brother wanted to snatch. I did not give him those balloons, so to take out his anger, he used to leave me alone and go away. Then I met a girl. Because of her, I forgot what happened with me. Then the Ferris wheel incident happened, and at that time, I came to know how much my younger brother hates me. My parents also supported him. My life was not easy. Now you know everything about me, so let us start a new relation. After listening to his story, Minji says, your story is finished. Now I can leave. Mafi gets shocked and says, you cannot do this. I waited for you, and you will just leave like this? At this moment, we see that Lihan and Mafi's dad also come to know that both have fallen in love with the same girl. Then their mom tells Lihan's dad that the girl, whom both Lihan and Mafi love, her name is Minji, and she is also Lihan's boss. On the other side, we see Minji, who clearly tells Mafi, I do not like you, so all this has no meaning. Mafi again holds her hand and says, do you like my brother? The same one who left both of us on the Ferris wheel? He is still lying to you. You think that he is only your assistant. Before Mafi can say anything more, Lihan comes in between. He wants to take Minji with him. Mafi does not like this, so he punches Lihan again. Because of this, Lihan falls backward on the sofa. Mafi is about to punch again when Minji stops him and slaps him hard on the face. In anger, Minji says to him, I do not know who you are. I do not know who Lihan is, but now, he is my man. If anyone touches him, I will not leave that person. On the way, Lihan feels very happy that Minji took his side. Then he starts telling her about the things she likes and says, I am taking you to the theme park right now. Hearing this, Minji gets surprised and says, who told you about the things I like? Then Lihan tells her, everything about you is written on the dating app. I just read it from there. With this, we come to know that Minji's mom had made her online account to find a husband for her, and she had written everything. Knowing all this, Minji gets very angry at her mom. In the next scene, we see that both of them reach the amusement park and enjoy a lot there. Both of them were very happy. After that, they go to one place where Minji was asking for a wish. At that moment, Lihan kisses her on the cheek, because of which she starts smiling. Later, both of them sit on the Ferris wheel, and Lihan was feeling scared. Minji says, you do not need to be afraid, as long as I am with you. Meanwhile, Lihan asks her, what wish did you ask for? But Minji does not tell him. Then Lihan wants to give her a surprise, so he arranges some balloons. Seeing this, Minji becomes very happy. And then Lihan tells her, I love you. As soon as Minji hears this, she becomes even more happy. Now it was nighttime. Both of them were still roaming inside the amusement park. Lihan says that, I want to tell you one thing. On this, Minji says, I know that you are a billionaire. Hearing this, Lee-han gets shocked. Minji says, my company conditions were very bad. At that time, I needed a partner. Who could help me? Then at that moment, you came for the interview. That is when I doubted you. I got your background checked. Then I found out that you are the heir of Lee-han Group. You had cut ties with your family for marriage, and you needed money. You did not want to tell anyone about your identity. I kept this thing secret. Then I found out that you live in a rented apartment, so I bought your apartment for the rent. I added a bonus to your salary. My dad came to know that I was favoring you when I explained to him how much you were helping me in the company. Then he understood. Minji tells him, I already knew about you. I felt good being with you, so I did not tell you anything about this till now. After this, Lee-han drops her home. Just when he was leaving after dropping her, he suddenly stops and says, I will wait to meet you again tomorrow. Hearing this, Minji feels shy and runs inside the house. Lee-han understands that she is giving a signal to come inside the house. Now both of them were just about to go inside the room when Minji sees that her mom had also come home. So she asks her mom, what are you doing here at this time? You should go home. Dad must be waiting for you. Her mom asks her, what is your assistant Lee-han doing here at this time? On this, Minji tells her, we had to discuss some work. That is why I called Lee-han here. Her mom says, wait a minute, listen to me. And then she says, I have arranged 12 blind dates for you next week, and for this work. She tells assistant Lee-han, since you are her assistant, try to make sure that she reaches the blind dates on time. Lee-han tells Minji's mom, actually, both of us are dating. Mom says, what do you mean? It looks like you both are acting. You watch too much TV. Minji teases her mom and says, you were the one who said that we both should date. Now that we are doing it, why are you not believing it? Minji's mom says, but it does not look like you both are dating. Whatever mom keeps saying, both of them keep doing exactly that. After doing all this, Minji tells her mom, now do you believe? Come on, let us go home. Minji then drops her mom till the door. Both of them were alone in the house when suddenly, Minji's friend and Lee-han's friend both arrived there. They wanted to take advice from Lee-han, but instead of helping them, Lee-han throws them out of the house. Now we see that Minji was lying on her bed. Lee-han thinks that she is sleeping. He goes and kisses her forehead. At that moment, Minji opens her eyes, and Lee-han understands that she was not sleeping yet. After this, both of them start romancing and spend quality time together. Next morning, when Lee-han tells Minji to go to office, she tells him that right now, she has no mood to go to office. When Lee-han goes to office, his employees were talking among themselves, saying that, we have heard that Minji is dating someone. Miss Minji is rich, so maybe the dating guy wants to trap her. Hearing this, Lee-han gets angry and starts scolding the employees, saying, focus on your work. Do you keep gossiping all the time? Meanwhile, Minji also comes there, so the employees start looking carefully at both of them. Seeing them, Minji understands that these people have found out about our dating. Then Minji introduces them to the new assistant. After Minji leaves, assistant Yuna stands up and comes to Lee-han and says, now you have got a competitor. Hearing this, Lee-han goes and sits on his seat again. Then he gets up to go and talk to Minji. But at that moment, Minji calls the other assistant. That assistant goes near her and starts informing her about everything. Seeing this, Lee-han feels very strange. He does not understand what exactly is going on. At that moment, the other assistant comes to Lee-han and says that Miss Minji has told me to take the current schedule from you. Seeing him, Lee-han starts thinking that this guy has done surgery and has become quite handsome. But he is not as handsome as me, so there is no chance that Minji will like him. And he thinks, I just have to wait. My own chance will come automatically. The other assistant says, which world are you lost in? I asked you something. On this, Lee-han says, I will email the schedule. After some time, he again comes and asks, what is Miss Minji like? Then Lee-han goes and makes coffee and puts more beans in it than required and says, Go and give this coffee to Miss Minji. As soon as the other assistant leaves, inside his heart, Lee-han becomes happy, thinking now Miss Minji will definitely get angry at him. As soon as Miss Minji drinks the coffee, she makes a strange face. When the other assistant asks, "Did you not like it?" she immediately says, "No, this is good." Seeing this, Lee-han becomes worried. That why did she not scold him? Now all the other employees start gossiping, saying first, "We were troubled because of Minji. Now we will also be troubled because of assistant Lee-han." After going home, Lee-han talks to his friend. His friend says, "You are 90% from every angle." Then Lee-han shows the photo of the other assistant. His name was Lee-ji. Seeing Lee-ji, his friend says, he is also 90%. There is still scope for improvement in both of you. Lee-han says, "Sir, tell me the truth. Is there any difference between him and me?" His friend says, "Yes, he has a little edge over you, because he is a new guy." During this time, Lee-han receives Minji's call that she needs a translator. Lee-han leaves to go to her house, and on the way, he starts getting angry. Minji asks, "Why are you getting angry?" Lee-han reaches her house and says, "When I am here, why did you need another assistant? I am your boyfriend, right?" Minji says, "Yes, you are my boyfriend." Lee-han says, "Then why did you bring a new assistant? Did you bring him because he is younger than me?" Hearing this, Minji starts laughing. She understands that some misunderstanding is happening. When Lee-han asks, "Why are you laughing at me?" Then Minji tells him, "When you feel jealous, you become a completely new person." Lee-han is still angry, so he lifts Minji and takes her to the bedroom. Then both of them start romancing. In the next scene, we see that Lee-han has gone to drop Minji at the airport. Lee-ji and Yuna also reach the airport. Now when all four meet at one place, Lee-ji says, "Lee-han, do not take tension. I will take care of Minji." When Lee-han looks at him angrily, Lee-ji immediately says, "I mean Yuna and I both will take care of Miss Minji." After they leave, Lee-han says to himself, "When you come back, I will ask you to marry me." Then Lee-han goes home, but he does not understand what message he should send to Minji. The next day, when he goes to office and starts working, his eyes fall on Minji's chair, which was empty today. Because of this, Lee-han's heart does not feel into work at all. Then he goes to the same restaurant where Minji had taken him. After going there, he only keeps thinking about Minji. While leaving the restaurant, he looks at their photo on the wall. Then he goes back to office and starts working. But even now, he keeps looking again and again at that chair and remains sad. He was not able to wait at all. Thinking all this, he reaches outside Minji's house when suddenly he sees that Minji had also arrived. Seeing her, Lee-han becomes very happy and says, "You came back so early." Minji says, "I knew you would be waiting for me, so I came back early." Hearing this, Lee-han moves forward and hugs her. Next day, when Minji opens her eyes, she sees that Lee-han was sleeping beside her. At that moment, Minji receives a call. After listening to the call, she becomes a little sad. Meanwhile, Lee-han also wakes up and asks her, "Why are you so sad?" But Minji does not tell him anything. Minji was called to the house by Lee-han's mom. When Minji reaches Lee-han's house, she remembers that she had come here, even in childhood. Lee-han's mom tells her, "I know you are talented and a good girl, but I do not want you to marry my son. If he does not handle the company, then it will go into loss. Therefore, all his life, he cannot stay as your assistant. Because of your relationship, my second son, Mafi, is also very much troubled. If you both do a breakup, then it will be better for all of us." Hearing this, Minji gets angry and says, "What are you saying, that after I do a breakup, it will be good for everyone? So please tell, for whom will it be good? Do you think that after the breakup, Lee-han will stay the same?" Lee-han's mom says, "At least once think about my son, Mafi." Just then from the side, Mafi comes shouting, and then we come to know that Mafi's treatment is going on. Lee-han's mom says, "Tell me who is responsible for all this? At least think about my elder son." On this, Minji says, "So do you want to sacrifice the younger son for the elder son?" Hearing this, Lee-han's mom gets angry, and she says, "How can you say this? Minji replies, did I say anything wrong, and that is why you even changed Lehan's name? Lehan's mom gets surprised and says, how do you know all this? Then she says when Mafi was small then from that time only he had psychological problems. Hearing this, Minji says to Lehan's mom, as long as I am here no one can harm my man, and why do you think like this? About all this Lehan does not know anything. Now we see that in childhood Mafi used to trouble his brother Lehan a lot. And seeing all this, Lehan's mom and dad were worried. Now we see Lehan who tells his mom and dad that I remember everything from childhood. I did not want to hurt you both. That is why I never talked to you about my brother. Then dad asks him, what about that girl? Lehan tells his mom, dad, which girl are you talking about? His mom says that same girl whom you met in childhood. That was Minji, right? She also came here to meet me today. His dad also tells that when she was talking to your mom, then she made your mom speechless. I really liked her. Lehan's mom and dad both were happy for this relationship. Minji, after going home, was worried. She imagines that Lehan, after talking to his family, will come to me and say, let us do a breakup. Just thinking this makes her feel bad. Then she also thinks that when Lehan comes to talk to me about breakup, then before that I will stop him and say, do not break up with me. Then she explains herself that no, this will not work, saying all this does not suit me. Minji thinks that I will tell him to take all his stuff and shift into my house. Imagining this, she becomes happy and says, yes, this plan will work. Meanwhile, Lehan comes. He tells her that I want to say something to you. Then Minji's eyes fall on the suitcase. Seeing it, she understands that maybe Lehan has made a plan to go home. On my saying maybe now he will not stop. Lehan tells her, can I stay at your house with you? This thing was very shocking for Minji. Then we are shown in flashback that when Lehan went to meet his parents, then he told his mom dad that this time I will not sacrifice for the family. I am going to live with Minji. He feels that his mom dad will not accept this thing. Lehan starts leaving from there when then his mom dad say that we liked that girl. Hearing this, Lehan became very happy. In the present scene, Lehan says to Minji, look, I cannot stay even 1 minute without you. Can I live with you? Minji starts telling conditions that if you want to stay here, then you cannot go away from my eyes and you will have to do all my work. She is still telling all this when Lehan stops her in between and says, I have decided that I will not resign from the job. Like I promised you before that I will not leave you alone. Today I again promise that I will always stay with you. Hearing all this, Minji becomes very happy. And she hugs Lehan. Meanwhile, she felt hungry, so she started telling Lehan to make something to eat. In the next scene, we see that Minji's company is launch a product. That product was a sofa like it was launched. A guy sitting in the audience stands up and says that this product belongs to some other company, and he puts an allegation on them of copying the product. Hearing this, everyone gets worried and everyone started talking about it. Minji was worried because of everyone. Lehan makes some arrangements so that it can be proved that Minji's company's product is original. Minji asks that guy, do you have any evidence? Then that guy takes out some evidence and says that all the proof is in that. In that device there were sofa designs which matched Minji's company's product. Minji tells everyone at the event that our sofa and their sofa may look similar, but the detailing is completely different. That guy says, what evidence do you have that your company made this product first? Then the timeline of the product is discussed, which proves that Minji's company's product was original. It becomes clear that the guy was lying. After the event, Minji threatens that guy saying, I will file a case against. Everyone was happy because of Minji's company's new product. After the product launch, Minji gets a call from her dad. He says that your event was very successful. Then he says that your mom was saying that assistant Lehan is staying with you. When will you take him home? Hearing this, Minji cuts the call. Meanwhile, she overhears some employees talking that today again Lehan saved Minji. Hearing this, Minji's mood gets bad. Then Lehan comes to Minji and says that this time our sales have gone higher than previous sale. Minji makes a sad face and thanks him. Lehan says you should be happy, then why sad? Minji invites him to dinner at night. Lehan gets ready to have dinner with her. On the other side, we see Mafi sitting with his mom and dad. His mom dad asks, do you feel better now? He nods yes. Then his mom dad say, we need to tell you something. Minji and Lehan reach the restaurant for dinner. Minji's mood was still bad. Lehan asks, why is your mood off? Did something happen? Minji says that I want you to resign from your post. This shocks Lehan. When he asks why, Minji says I do not want people to say that all my success happened because of you. My family pressured me that I cannot run the company. But I ran my company with my hard work. Now I cannot give credit for my success to anyone else. You must think I am selfish, but this is how I am. Thank you for everything you did for me. Now you stay with me as my lover, not as my assistant. And if you want, you can go work in your company. Hearing all this, Lee-han gets very angry. After dinner, Lee-han drops Min-ji home. Then Lee-han gets a call. He tells the driver, drop me at the station. On the way, the driver says, from your mood it seems you both had a fight, but never misunderstand Min-ji. She pretends to be strict, but inside she is very soft. If you want to stay with her, you have to tolerate a little. Lee-han asks, and the driver says, I have been with Min-ji for 20 years. Then we see a past scene when Min-ji was a small girl. The driver had come to pick her up. Min-ji thought maybe because she was a daughter, her dad did not give her enough attention. But one day she will show her dad that she is not less than boy. Lee-han has reached the station. His dad, and his brother are waiting for him. Lee-han learns that his brother is going abroad for treatment. Lee-han's brother Mafi hugs him and gives him a letter saying, read it only after I leave. Okay. When Lee-han goes home, he reads Mafi's letter in which Mafi wrote that in childhood, whenever you did some good work, dad praised you. I felt very jealous. I hated you, but gradually I realized that everything I did to you was wrong. I wanted to apologize to you face to face, but I did not have courage. So I am leaving this letter. I am going for my treatment. When I come back, I hope we will behave like good brother. And I want you and Min-ji always to be happy. After reading the letter, Lee-han says, brother, I forgive you. Then Min-ji gives Lee-han a missed call. When Lee-han calls her and asks, she says it was a mistake. I wanted to call Lee-ji. He tells her that my mom and brother are going out. Dad will be alone at home, so I will give him the company. That is why I cannot come home for some days. Next day we see that when Min-ji goes to office, she thinks she should message Lee-han. She writes the message but does not send it. Then she goes to the restaurant where she had first gone with Lee-han. As soon as she reaches there, she starts remembering Lee-han. After eating, she sees a photo of her and Lee-han on the wall. After going to the office, her eyes fall on Lee-han's chair. She remembers Lee-han again and gets sad. Meanwhile, Lee-ji comes upstairs with some documents, which Lee-han had written at night and emailed to her. Seeing this, she becomes happy. Now Min-ji is standing outside her house and remembers the time she spent with Lee-han. Next day, she goes to meet her parents. Min-ji's parents ask about Lee-han. Min-ji says, why are you asking about Lee-han? If you care so much for Lee-han, then I will leave from here. Her parents say, no, it is not like that. Stay here. We just asked because he is your boyfriend. He should be with you, right? Min-ji tells her dad that they have broken up. Her mom says, I knew this. You are a selfish girl. How can you love any boy? Her dad start arguing with each other. Min-ji does not like it, so she leaves with the driver. On the way, she remembers her mom saying she is selfish and starts crying. To remove her sadness, she goes to an amusement park. Then we see Lee-han also at the amusement park. Lee-han was sitting on the Ferris wheel when his eyes fall on Min-ji, who is very sad. Lee-han wants to talk to Min-ji but then stop. In the next scene, we see Min-ji's friend takes her to try a bridal dress. They also call Lee-han to see Min-ji in the bridal dress. When Lee-han sees Min-ji in the bridal dress, he just keeps looking at her. Min-ji sees Lee-han and gets shocked. Lee-han goes to her and kneels down to propose. He asks her to marry him. How could Min-ji refuse Lee-han? She accepts his proposal. They love a lot to each other. Then Lee-han puts a ring on her finger and stands in his place. When their friends see this, they say, that is all. You both will do nothing else? They both look at their friends and say, what do you mean? What more should we do? Friends say nothing, just stay like this. Saying this, they leave from there. Then we see Min-ji's friend and Lee-han's friend's marriage ceremony. They get married again. Seeing this, Min-ji says to Lee-han, looks like our work is done. Lee-han says, no, our work is not finished yet. Then we see Lee-han and Min-ji's marriage ceremony in which their parents, friends, and employees have come. Everyone was very happy about this wedding. Then both put rings on each other and kiss, and here our drama ends.